Hello, welcome back to the Why in History. I'm your host, Alexander, and today we'll be discussing why Belarus is helping Russia in the Ukraine invasion. Belarus and Russia are technically different countries, but looking at it from the outside, the countries are not all that different. It's a bit like the US and Canada, Australia and New Zealand, you get the point. But let's look at this more closely. For starters, both countries are very close culturally, politically, militarily, and economically. Belarus's name is even derived from the words for white and Russia. They also constitute the Union State, which is aimed at strengthening ties between the two countries. Throughout Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Belarus has allowed Russian forces to freely move through its territory as they please, which is very strategic for Russia, as Belarus is significantly closer to Ukraine's capital Kyiv. Belarus's involvement has also led to sanctions being put on Belarus by the European Union, the United States, and others. Belarus is currently led by Alexander Lukashenko, who is considered by many to be the last true dictator in Europe, as he makes decisions with little or no input from the National Assembly. His most recent re-election in 2020 is disputed, and he is not recognized as the legitimate leader of Belarus by the European Union or the United States. Regardless, he remains Putin's top ally outside of Russia, and it has recently been announced that Belarus will allow Russia to move its nuclear weapons into Belarus, which is a clear violation of the Budapest Memorandum and the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. This was part of a recent campaign by both leaders to strengthen ties between the two countries, and by the looks of it, they aren't slowing down. Putin has even refused to rule out a common currency between them. This connection goes back centuries. Belarus was part of Russia for almost 200 years, starting from the Third Partition of Poland in 1795. After gaining Belarus, the Russians repressed Belarusian culture. The effects of this can be seen to this day, as a majority of Belarusians speak Russian at home, and only 30% of them can actually speak, write, and read the language. In 1918, Belarus declared independence, but that was short-lived, as it was completely overrun by Polish and Soviet forces the next year. In World War II, Belarus was occupied by Germany for 3 years, and after the war was over, Joseph Stalin, the Georgian who somehow ended up leading the Soviet Union, decided they still weren't Russian enough. He put Russians in control of their government and isolated them from the West even further. In 1991, after mass protests, Belarus became independent, but now, the only thing separating Belarus from Russia is a line on a map. Do you have any other history-wise you'd like me to answer? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and remember to subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.